and show you how we can use the online version of the textbook and some of its tools in order to fill out our lesson template that we are required to turn in. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is log on to Clever. Once I'm there, your screen might look a little different than mine, but we're going to go ahead and go to Connected Ed. It should take us to a different page. Sign into one of the following sites. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down until I see McGraw-Hill Connected Ed, which is what we use for our math textbooks. Now, we sign in using our school credentials. Once we do that, depending on the grade you teach, you're going to go ahead and find the teacher's version and the student version. In this case, since I teach 8th grade math, I'm going to go ahead and see Texas Math Course 3 Teacher Edition and the Student Edition. Now, for purposes different than just focusing on 8th grade, disregard this. I'm going to go ahead and look into utilizing the 6th grade book. So give me a quick second. Let's go ahead and get there. In this case, it's course 1 and it looks blue. If you see, it hasn't really been updated, so we're not as fancy as, let's say, for example, the English textbook. They have a lot more online resources, but it will still work. It will still help us out a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and click on menu, and this is the same for every grade level, 7th grade, 8th grade. You're going to get a tab with different resources. I'm going to go ahead and click on Plan and Present. Once I'm there, if you see, it took me to chapter 1, and that's a professional development. I really don't want to focus on that. I want to go ahead and focus on a lesson. So I'm going to go ahead and focus on lesson 1-1. I'll click there. By doing that, it's going to break it up for me. So these are the targeted TEKS. 6.2b, identify a number and its opposite and its absolute value. Locate, compare, and order integers and rational numbers using a number line. Now, this is really going to help us out when we're filling out our own lesson template. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to go ahead and split up my screen. Send this to the left, and then here is my lesson plan template. So based on this, I can go ahead and copy and paste on my lesson template those. But here I don't want to add the TEKS. Instead, the TEKS, I want to go ahead and add them here. So 6.2b, I'll erase that, and 6.2c. I'll go ahead and do the same. Copy, paste, copy, erase, and paste. So those are the targeted TEKS. Now on the writing part, we'll go ahead and just wait for a moment. We'll go ahead and go on to Monday. That's where I want to start. Doesn't really matter. I mean, our pacing calendars, our YAGs are different. So I want to write my focus question. And the awesome thing about this is that it actually gives you the focus question. So instead of having to sit there and think, what am I going to put? What am I going to fill out? And I know it gets overwhelming. I know the templates sometimes are hectic for some of us. So this really takes a lot of the work pressure and burden down. So if you see here, we have building on the essential question, and this is what students should be able to answer at the end of the lesson. So in this case, it's how are rational numbers used in real world situations. So once again, guys, I'm just going to go ahead and highlight that, copy it, and I'm going to use it as my focus question. I'm gonna change that. There we go. How are rational numbers used in real world situations? That's our focus question. Now, in the objective our objective, they even give it to us here. So we will understand and locate integers on a number line. So once again, you can go ahead and copy and simply paste it. And there you go. Now you have your essential question, your objective, and let's go ahead and talk about the I will. Now, if you start seeing the lesson, and I know we've been teaching our grade level for some time now, so we should be able to more or less fill that out. So that's a collaboration, the I will. Let's see here. We can go ahead and I'll go down. Sorry about that, guys. Practice and apply. So let's say I want to focus on this part. The think, pair, share. Because we still want to have students collaborating, so we'll go ahead and do that. So I will collaborate with a classmate, and we'll use language that's fairly simple for the kids, with a classmate on, and sorry for the pause, I was sort of reading what was going on. So I will collaborate with a classmate on how we determined our answers given specific problems. So here we're going to collaborate with the class. I will collaborate with the classmate on how we determine our answers with a specific problem, and we will share with the class. There. So now we have the collaboration. Students are working together. We can go down. We can even find the exit ticket, guys. So that's what's really amazing. Like I said, it's really taking a lot of the work out of our hands and helping us out. If you see here, as we go down, and I'm just kind of going real fast, but it tells you what you can assign students. It even tells you additional activities for differentiated instruction. So if they're not really quite at the level, what you can do. If they're the GT kids beyond level, other resources you can use. So I'm going to keep going down, and I'm going to go into assessment. So if you see on assessment, ticket out the door, voila, that's basically our exit ticket. It's asking us that we should have it as an open-ended response. So I will not copy paste here, but I'll change the wording. So using race, I will come up with a positive and negative integer and locate each on a number line. And you know what? We'll go ahead and remove the using race. So I will come up with a positive and negative integer and locate each number on the number line. And then that's when we're going to go ahead and incorporate the using race. So using race, I will explain why I located my integers the way I did. So now your resources and materials. So here we also have a sketchpad option. That's an activity. It's giving you everything again. So I mean, you can even use this to fill in your lesson plan template. So for my resources, if I do use the sketchpad, I can go ahead and do that. For resources, I'll put McGraw Hill. Whatever else you guys want to use, if you want to use another video that you found online, you can go ahead and do that. But if you see, I mean, this is very to the point. There's really no rocket science behind it, guys. So that pressure of having to fill out the lesson plan template shouldn't be there anymore, because in reality the book is helping out a lot. So with that being said, you can move on after that. You can accommodate it based on whatever the needs are. So here, for example, obviously we're gonna use it as exit ticket. We can have quick grinds. I mean, we are the experts. You guys are the experts, sorry, and you can go ahead and fill it out as needed.